Okay, this is actually going to be one of a couple, well, maybe a few more than a couple, maybe a gaggle, quite possibly a double gaggle, I don't know. Anyway, that's who requested it. Weaver for tard, however you pronounce it. Anyway, there you go. Now, I had to take a little bit of time with this one because of what actually entails as an assault rifle. Because there's a few that I could have considered, but they didn't really fit my definition of an assault rifle. What I'm going with an assault rifle is, first of all, it's built for combat. Okay. Second of all, it has to have rapid fire capability. Meaning like a 3-round burst or full automatic, something like that. Now, in order to be registered to me as a top 10, it has to have some sort of unique feature or unique characteristic. So, there are really only a couple that I put in order. The rest of them I just kind of threw it on there. But I'm going to show you a picture of it, tell you what it is, and give you a short description. We're going to start with number 10. The Gali, or Gali, depending on who you talk to. The reason it's on there is because it's a really good compromise between an AR-15 and an AK-47. Reason being, it's got the combination of the two. I mean, you got interchangeable parts, you got reliability, you got ruggedness, you know, and it's an interesting looking rifle. Okay, so they're playing with stuff again. Now this is the Sturmgewehr 44, MP44, STG44, MP44. And this is actually the granddaddy of the assault rifles right here. This was developed in Nazi Germany in 1944 is when it was adopted. And it was pretty much what we considered an assault rifle. I wanna say it fired 7.62 by 3.9, but I know that's wrong. I can't exactly remember what the caliber is. But it used a intermediate cartridge. For people that I have talked to have fired one, said it kicks like an AK. Okay? This is where you get the 30-round magazine, and stuff like this off of it. Okay? You'll notice the front, the rear sight, the front sight, the magazine, the grip, characteristics of an AK-47. Many people say this inspired it. Okay, the Steyr AUG. The Steyr AUG is on there mainly because of its interchangeability. You can literally swap out the barrel assembly right here, and you can make this into a sniper rifle. You can swap out the barrel assembly and the trigger mechanism and make this a squad automatic weapon. Very versatile weapon. Next up is the Famas. The Famas is, I believe, on there because it pretty much was one of the first adopted bullpup rifles and kind of gained a little bit of notoriety. It wasn't the first, but it was one of the first, but it was more of the looks of it, because a lot of people think it looks like a phaser rifle or something like that. That looked so odd that was adopted for general use by the French Army, by the way. The FNP-90, well, this is another bullpup. The reason it's on there is two reasons. One, because it pretty much defines bullpup for what it should be. A full-size barrel with an extremely compact weapon system. Okay, this is a full-stock rifle. Okay, but it has the barrel length of a carbine. You know what I mean? When you shoulder this weapon, it's like you don't even have a barrel. It's like you're using a short-barreled rifle. It also introduced a very very novel thing. That's a 50 round magazine. The rounds lay like this, and they rotate 90 degrees before they go into the chamber. So you've got a smaller package with a much larger payload. The 5.7 ammunition also in its military loading can penetrate body armor, and it can be fired in a handgun just as easy as a rifle. Next up is the FAL, or FinFinel for some people. The reason it's on there in my eyes is because it is a very, very good duty battle rifle. Okay, it's one of the few rifles that's actually faced itself, and I believe it was Argentina, the Falklands, I believe actually. If I remember correctly, because it armed both sides of the army, both armies. One had full automatic, one didn't, and it turned out to be a very, very decisive weapon. Next up would be the HKG3. This is actually a predecessor to the FAL, but this has armed the German army for years. It's an HK. It's a very reliable weapon. It's very accurate from what I've heard. And due to the roller locking mechanism, I'm not thinking straight here. It has a very high hit probability, meaning it's very quick to fire, very quick to reload, and I don't even know what I'm trying to say here. What I'm trying to say is that the weapon is very accurate. I don't even know what's going on in my brain here. Alright, that's the M14. The reason it's on the list is because I couldn't have an M1 Garand. Let me zoom that in on that a little bit. And this is what the M1 Garand became. This is essentially an M1 action, modified action. Okay, put on a shorter barrel with a shorter forward stock detachable magazine. Okay? Everything else is identical to the M1. That's why it's also known as the M1A1. Okay? Next, the M16. The M16 family of weapons have armed the United States Army since Vietnam. Actually, all branches of the Army, or all branches of the military. It is a tried and true weapon system. To me, its only real fallacy is its reliability. It is not the most reliable weapon out there. Okay? That's the only reason it's not number one. It is an extremely accurate rifle. It is a decent cartridge. I don't really prefer the 7.62, but then again, or the 5.56, but then again, I'm a bigger guy. You know, I prefer the bigger rounds myself. But for, again, interchangeability, you can carry parts to make that one rifle a sniper rifle, a squad machine gun, and anything in between. It's a very versatile weapon. You put a collapsible stock on there, you've got one rifle that can fit almost anybody. It's a very versatile weapon. That's why there's billions of them out there. Now for number one, Automatic Kalashnikov model of 1947, or the AK-47. To me, the ultimate assault rifle. Not very accurate, but then again, when most of your shots are taken within 100 yards, you don't need that much accuracy. What you want is pure reliability and knockdown power. That thing will rip through brick walls, and you can throw it in the mud and bury it for a month, pull it out and fire it like it ain't no deal. Okay, I've seen AKs go through a lot of stuff and still fire. So there you go. There's my top 10 assault rifle list. Pay attention for the other ones that I'll be putting out there. Peace out. And feel free to argue with me, it's cool.